A big welcome in Sindelfingen, Germany. Several Mercedes 300 SL Gullwings form a guard of honor for a special representative of its breed. Ceremonial handover to its owner for one of only 29 300 SLs built in a lightweight design after an extensive restoration at Mercedes. Adrian Gattica was looking for a 300 SL for some time and found this rarity in Switzerland. Now he starts on the first test drive with the newly restored classic.
This is a great moment. Today, the first maiden voyage. I'm really happy. If I may say so, fantastic. The driving feeling, chassis, engine, you can tell it was a great restoration. It sits very nicely on the road. The engine power is great. We have nice torque. The noise from the vehicle is great. It is an indescribable performance. Also, the patina that we have. This is a really great day. After 10 months, I'm very happy.
1954, Mercedes presents the 300 SL at the Motorsports Show in New York. The distinctive gullwing doors, which would make this SL so famous, were not an optical gimmick. Conventional doors are structurally not possible with the high building trellis frame. Gattica's vehicle is one of only 29 models which was originally supplied with an aluminum body. He is driving the car for the first time since the restoration. The goal? Participation with his SL in the Mille Miglia.
The purpose of today's day on the test track was on the one hand to find out how the vehicle is, which I was convinced about. Then we practiced hose checks. We did not practice light barrier, which is also part of the Mille Miglia. It is easy to see if we can feel it on the front axle.
In today's Mille Miglia, a classic car rally in Italy, special tests are held. These have to be driven exactly to the 100th of a second. The team at Mercedes Classic has built an obstacle course for training for the 300 SL pilot. Ten months earlier, the 300 SL Lightweight undergoes a complete restoration at the specialists at Mercedes Classic. Throughout the world, there are only a handful of experts who are competent with the extraordinary technology. In the 300 SL, pure racing car technology of the 50s can be found, and the racing version of the 1952 wins at the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
The 300 SL Coupe was developed for racing. It had the 300 SL grid frame, very precisely machined tube construction of highest quality steel, giving the vehicle a very high rigidity, strength and weight savings. The engine had to be installed, rotated by 60 degrees to obtain the flat body. Therefore, they had a side oil tank mounted for the dry sump lubrication. The car had the first Bosch direct injection. The engine data was impressive for the time. 3-litre inline 6-cylinder with 215 horsepower. The Gullwing had a top speed of up to 260 kilometers per hour according to the rear axle.
After the preparation of the tubular frame and the engineering that experts joined the newly renovated body to the chassis for adaptation work. In auto jargon, it's called a wedding.
A wedding in a Gullwing is a little different to that of a normal vehicle because the body is very delicate. One can only hang the body at 2 points that are stable, so it does not deform. We have seen from old photos from the 50s how wedding in the factory in Sindelfingen took place at the time with a pulley.
And exactly in this way, the body is now placed back on the chassis. Precision work. With special spacer restorers, the restorers set the body on the frame. Looks already almost like a finished gull wing. Nevertheless, there's still a lot of work ahead for the Mercedes Classic team. The schedule for its full restoration on such a complex vehicle is tight, and the Stuttgarters have set a target, however, to deliver on time.
Everything must fit, and a perfect project plan has to be implemented so that we get the car to the 2014 Mille Miglia. Actually, the full restoration lasted 10 months.
Last modification work before the body is again lifted from the chassis for painting. A job that requires caution, mixing the correct color for the paintwork. The various ingredients are mixed exactly to the gram until the correct color is finished.
Of the 29 lightweight SLs built, only one vehicle was finished in the Bavarian blue paint, and this vehicle has this extraordinary special finish.
The color finally makes the rare lightweight SL into a unique piece. Owner Gatica decided during the course of the restoration to bring the SL back to its original color. Because of the many curves of a 300 SL body, the surface must be perfectly prepared. Otherwise, there's a danger of an unforgivable paint mistake in a project like this. Picturesque Brescia in northern Italy, a typical Italian city. The residents take a lot of time for the finer things in life, and everyone here finds vintage cars just great. Once a year, enthusiasts and owners of classic cars come to this town to celebrate a particular party. The Mille Miglia is going on, the most famous and most exclusive classic rally in the world. Lovers of four-wheel treasures ship their cars here from all over the world, and those who have driven in the Mille Miglia once cannot let go.
The Mille Miglia is historically one of the most beautiful race events, which leads through beautiful landscapes with enthusiastic spectators and great old cars.
Mercedes has engaged itself for many years in this rally and starts with many in-house museum pieces. Also, Adrian Gattica's SL is finished in time. A long-time dream seems to be fulfilled.
This goes back many years. It is a world-renowned classical rally in Italy. You have to have driven it as a classical fan. I needed many years to find the right car. And this year I finally succeeded and I got a permit to drive.
Start places in the Mille are in great demand, and the criteria is strict. Only vehicle types that were in the original Mille Miglia in 1957 may start and are approvable. Nevertheless, each year, 3 to 4 times more interested parties apply than starting places are available. And when freshly restored, technical acceptance of the lightweight SL of the Swiss is only a formality.
The Mille, on the one hand, is something to enjoy, but the ambitions are, of course, there. If you consider that in 1955, when my vehicle was delivered, Sterling Moss and Dennis Jenkinson set up the track record, and that has never been beaten, then one of course wants to achieve good results in these footprints. We'll see. On Sunday we will certainly know more.
Line up in the late afternoon in Viale Venezia. 430 rare classics take part in the 32nd holding of the race. Starting places are according to year of construction. The oldest cars first. The Swiss building contractor starts with the identical digits, 333.
Here we are, 5 minutes before the start, a mixture of tension but also relaxation. We will now drive until around 1 o'clock in the morning. We are ready, the clocks are set to 0, and now we at last finally want to start.
The first stage is to be understood only as a short prologue, almost as warm-up for the cars and their crew. Numerous fans also take the track with their wheels. From Brescia, Italy, it goes via Verona and Vicenza to Bassano del Grappa. The finish of the first stage after around 200 kilometers. The picturesque old town of Padova. Residents prepare a proper reception for the Mille Miglia field. Gatica gets a first impression of the pace of the field.
Very quick. In parts, beautiful roads, the car runs really great. We were able to keep up and could overtake lots of cars. We were there a little early, which is always comfortable. We now have a bit more time and are happy. We are a bit tired, but could carry on driving for an hour or two more.
The least powered vehicle in the otherwise potent participant field, a 12-horsepower BMW Isetta. And indeed, in 1954, 7 Isettas started at the legendary road race, without the prospect of a win against the high-powered competition. But with the impressive staying power, the Knutschkugel or Cuddlebug is equipped with an air-cooled single cylinder and conquers the hearts of the audience.
There are cars that cost many times more, and no one here is interested in them. This car is simply the one that the people are impressed with. This is simply the bubble car, and this car works, even if you're not the fastest.
The fastest car is worth nothing if it doesn't move, and Gatica's SL stands on the roadside after San Marion, but it's not the engineering that is failing.
We only slept for 2.5 hours last night. We only got to the hotel at 3:30 and had to get up already at 6:30, so we didn't miss the start. Then we had a nice ride to San Marino with a good team. We also had a police escort, so we could go quickly. Perfect. The car ran well, really nice, but we are a bit tired.
On it goes, because until the end of the second stage, there's still about 400 kilometers of highway that need to be overcome. Rome, the eternal city, a perfect setting for the finish of the second stage of the Mille Miglia. The participants arrive here until late in the night. Half the distance has now been traveled. The third stage of the Mille leads through the beautiful scenery of Tuscany to the Po Valley. The roads are often free and the participants can put their foot down on the gas to their heart's content. No fear of speed tickets. The Mille participants enjoy an almost fool's license with the Italian traffic wardens, and Gatica has prepared accordingly for his goal tour.
The Mille Miglia is known as an endurance rally. We are on the road for 1,800 kilometers in 4 days. I really had to prepare a bit, especially with stamina, so that one has endurance. We drive in the night. We drive 12 hours or more, and so I revamped my physical condition.
After another stage stop in Bologna, the goal of Brescia is nearby. Single small incidents are inevitable, but each participant who reaches Brescia after 1,800 kilometers feels like a winner. Tired but happy and still very drunk from the many impressions, the crew of the Bavarian Blue SL.
Great. People waving everywhere. A party atmosphere. Just great.
The newly restored lightweight SL has passed its baptism of fire, ranking irrelevant. Also, the little BMW Isetta, one of the crowd favorites at the Mille Miglia in 2014, manages the 1,800 kilometers to the finish. It works with just 12 instead of 215 horsepower.